Hello, students. So let's get into the second option for our PBA, the character interview that's going to be filmed. And let's walk you through that. So in order to prep for this option, number 2 option, students can enlist family or friends to interview a dressed up costume version of either a character from the story or the author. The student should come up with at least 20 questions. I put 10 to 15. It depends if you include the niceties in your additional, right? So if you're saying something like, hello, how are you? Those don't really count. They're like an extra 5. And at the end, where you're like, thank you so much. Do you have any questions for me as the interviewer? Things like that, right? The students should answer in character. So if the character I choose is Sherlock Holmes or Frankenstein, I should have something that lets me know that is the case. And the last one should be a reference list where you're actually citing the book or the source. Okay, so what do I have to turn in for that? Let's go to a Google Doc. And in the Google Doc, you can just copy and paste this here. So a little more about dressing up. If your character is African American, you cannot use African American black paint for blackface. That's what the red asterisk is for right here. But you can use a basic thing that lets us know you're in character, something like a pipe or a special hat, like Sherlock Holmes. You don't need to buy mustache makeup or anything like that unless you really want to and it's fun and interesting to you. Okay? Pre-interview, you need to write 10 to 15 questions and you have to script them out. So, for example, the interviewer can either be off screen, like you don't see the interviewer at all and you only see the interviewee, or you can have 2 students who worked on the same book, same novel, and one person can be one character and the other one can be another character, or one person can be the author interviewing a character. So it really just has to be clear what you're doing. Sample dialogue should be typed out. It should be scripted out as if it's an actual interview. And then you're going to film using Seesaw. So first you need an actual script, and both of you would either be using your laptops to read the script, right, or practice beforehand. If I'm interviewing Frankenstein, for example, I'm going to begin this way, right, where the interviewer is thanking that person for coming. So if I'm interviewing Frankenstein, for example, I say, hello, thank you for taking my interview, Frankenstein. I appreciate you coming to the studio. Something fun, whatever you want to say. Frankenstein, well, of course. I did not want you to hunt me down. So if I was going to use a voice, I'd be like, of course. I did not want you to hunt me down. Okay? Do something fun. Do what works for you. Okay? And I'm happy to tell the story from my point of view to prevent more confusion. Number 1. So now I'm into the actual depth of my interview. Let's get started, shall we? Frankenstein nods. The first question is, why did you run from the doctor's laboratory in chapter 6? We thought you would want to stay so he could work on getting you a proper suit and adjusting the medicine to help you with the pain of relearning things from scratch. Frankenstein. You don't have to say their name. He's going to understand that he's going to talk now. I'm glad you asked me about that because I was really upset being brought back from the dead. Also, I was totally freaked out to find myself in a weird hospital, kind of dark lab. None of my friends or family were there, and the doctor was a stranger to me. My arms and legs did not look like my own, and my face was all tore up. I felt like my response of running away screaming after I saw myself in the mirror was justified. So you can be comical, your tone can be unique, it can be your own. You're going to put yourself in the place of that person, okay? What kind of questions? You should address theme through the character. Why were you so lonely? Why did you fall in love with this person? What about you attracted them when you went to France? How did you learn French from the children in the forest? Different things like that if you're going to use the book Frankenstein. And that's the sample interview questions. Now, how do I put it on Seesaw? How am I able to film this particular thing? We're going to go ahead into Seesaw. And Seesaw will allow you to log in with your school ID. So it's a single use sign on. And you will already be on there if you are in your student Google Classroom. You'll already be there. And you're going to get a window like this. I'm a student. You're going to click I'm a student. Okay. I'm a teacher, so I'm going to go in this way. You're going to log in here. Don't go this way. Go this way. Okay. And of course, it's going to ask me for my SFU EDU. And then the Seesaw will populate. And you're going to have your own project here. There will be a place for you to project. So it'll say PBA, project, for example, right? So you're going to add, there'll be a little place for you to, let me click on here. Yeah. Post student work, I will assign an activity. Not everyone will use it. But the good thing about this is you're able to video directly. So you don't have to have a cell phone. You don't have to use your own media space on your phone to record. You can record using the school laptops and you just allow them to use the camera and the camera will project. Imagine I have someone right next to me. We can have our two pieces of paper with our interview and we can be asking as an interview situation that you're a real interview person and you put that and then you record, you post it to the Seesaw project activity that you will say PBA, project-based assessment, Seesaw project. I'm going to exit out of this. And you submit it on Seesaw. And that's it. And then you're done. Okay, we will have time in class to answer all questions regarding this particular project. Okay, thank you.